Hello, everybody. Welcome to Healing Fire Live. You made it to Sunday night. It is January 25th. It is 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Wherever you are, whether you're joining live or later on a replay, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everybody's likes and shares and hitting the alarm bells and hyping the videos are great as well. Your comments, coffee buying, Amazon buying, donations, links are in description, but all of you guys that have done all the variety of things to keep us going and keep us growing, thank you so much. You are very, very much appreciated. As always, everything on this live, what will be a video later, is for entertainment and spiritual purposes only. Holy cow. Well, how's everybody doing? I'm going to, hold on here, greet everybody. Old Windwalker, hello. User, hello. Karina, hola, hola. DJ Ghost Boy, hello, welcome. Terry Mullins, hello. And thank you, Karina, for moderating. Much appreciated as well. DJ, not doing so well. I am sorry. I am going to go ahead and show comments up on the stage here. Actually, let me see. I'm going to change my view a bit. Maybe. Or not. Okay. All these little buttons. I'm still trying to figure out what they all do. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Feeling a little spicy. I don't know if you guys recall, but when Renee Good was murdered by Jonathan Ross, who has quit and disappeared, shocker, probably in his wife's home country. Anywho, I said that would not be the last person that was pew-pewed. And then 2 people in my city were also pew-pewed, and but they were not. They did not take a dirt nap. Pardon for all of the code words, but you know that's how YouTube rolls. So that's how I stay a channel, and we stay a community, is by using all these little code words and phrases. So hopefully you can figure it all out. I'm pretty sure you can. Terry, buttons. We don't need no stinking buttons. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Same with filters. I don't know how. Yeah. I know nothing. I've decided at work. There's a variety of frustrations going on at work here lately. And when people ask like, why is this happening? Or why are things done this way? Or what? Pretty much my standard answer anymore is, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm so confused. That is, and it seems so translated to life. Like, I don't know. And I'm so confused. I don't understand. I don't understand why humans need to be the way they are. I don't know. I'm so confused. Seems to be a standard answer anymore. Anywho. Karina, I like buttons. I press them all, especially the ones that say, don't push this one. Well, now I've got to push it. Got that from the old Bugs Bunny cartoons. Yeah, Karina, I don't know. I only work here. Yeah. There's another one. My ex used to work with somebody that would say, don't know, don't care, love my job. In other words, keeping to myself, no idea. That's how I stay employed. It's crazy. Yeah. So anyway, that was a squirrel. When Renee was forced to take a dirt nap, I said that this will not be the last person that this happens to. And here we are. It is not. And the more it happens, the more people are going to be upset. They are, I mean, they're basically, they're made to, these are very abusive individuals. They're unstable individuals, and they get off on the power that they have and believe that no matter what, there will be no consequences for them. There will be no retribution for them. Many of them are Jan 6 people who were pardoned, so they have every reason to believe that they will be pardoned or dismissed again. So, yeah. Terry, they agreed to act as catalysts for their life path, knowing that helps. Great, whatever. Feeling a little cranky tonight, so I mean, I know that's supposed to help. It doesn't me though, because it's if people weren't that way, we wouldn't need those catalysts. So that's why it doesn't help me. If people just wanted the best for each other, we wouldn't need chaos agents. So no, it doesn't help me. But that's the way my brain works. Love how I wrote this down this morning. I couldn't believe this. Pam Bondi giving Minnesota an ultimatum that she'll have ICE leave the state if Minnesota turns over its voter database to F45. It was never about safety. It was never about being illegal. It was never about any of that. It's all about the elections and them and F45 trying to force people to give him information that he wants, whether or not he's legally entitled to it. Forcing himself on people as he does so well and has done his entire life. Speaking of which, still not even 1% of the Epstein files have been released. I just saw, I was looking through Ground News before I came on. I wrote this down too. 6%, and who these 6% are, those are the ones that need to leave the country. But 6% of Americans are satisfied with the amount of Epstein files that have been released. And 67% suspect a cover-up. So that's 73%. So there's still more than a quarter of the people that either don't suspect a cover-up or just didn't answer, or I don't know. Like, how is anybody okay with this? I mean, great, his support has plummeted down to 6%, but how is anybody okay with this? Nobody should be okay with this. Like, literally less than 1% has been released. This is insane. I'm going to say hello to more people. Let's see. Karina, yeah, it's so sad that it had to come to this for more people to wake up. Yeah. And it will get worse before it gets better. That's the sad news. The good news is it will get better. The sad news is that it will get worse before it gets better. What I would love to see, well, my low vibrational self has a lot of ideas, but what I would love to see if would be, because they're outnumbered, the amount of people that came out for protest to just surround and envelop the 5 or 6 ICE people. When you have 10,000 people surrounding, and I mean surrounding 5 or 6 people, they can't shoot everybody. That's what needs to happen. Like, and I mean up on the face. They need to be surrounded by thousands of people and pushed out. Y'all been to a mosh pit in a concert? That's what needs to happen. You need to throw them into a middle of a mosh pit. Only it's citywide, statewide, countrywide. That's what needs to happen. They need to be surrounded and physically pushed out. Not beaten, not shot, no weapons needed. You simply, the massive force of humanity surrounding them can physically push them out. That's what needs to happen. Hi, Sutafi. Hi, Star Tribe chat family. Waving. I'm sorry for your unrest and weather, but I am grateful for your peace, monks, and peace, dog. Aloha. Brenda K. Star, salutations. Hope you are doing well also. Terry, what's the percentage of functional literacy in this country? I don't know where we're at right now. Probably less than when I was in school, but I remember in high school taking a journalism class, and they said anything you write and plan to publish, make sure it's at a 3rd grade reading level, because that is the average reading level of the American citizen. This was back in the 80s. I think we've gotten worse since then, so I'm not sure, I could be wrong. But when you write something for journalism, it's supposed to literally be at a 3rd grade level, because that's the capability of our country, apparently. And 21%, Karina says 21% are at a functional literacy rate in the United States. Well, that's good. Not even a quarter of this country is functionally literate. That's nice. Okay. Salama, I don't know. Is it reading time? It may just be a chat for a bit. Old Windwalker, you heard 6th grade. Oh, interesting. Well, I was in the country, so that might have been part of it. Oh, you're going to write for the school paper? Well, dumb that one down. I don't know. Skyfire, we need to breathe, light candles, and say a prayer. Yeah, seriously, I was like, tonight I might want to burn some incense. I think I put it all away in my closet, though. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Look what I got. I got toys. I have toys stashed everywhere. If I can scoot up. This is why I like loose sage, because then this happens. I don't even know what that is. Oh, that is a piece of loose sage on a stick of sage. Yeah, let's light some. Why don't we? There we go. Get rid of the bad bluff. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Here's some for you all. There we go. And if my smoke alarm goes off, I apologize in advance. Might have to cut it short. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows, Old Windwalker? Maybe that was just, I don't know. Don't know. I just remember thinking 3rd grade is not, that's wow. I mean, I remember reading. No, I've always liked to read, so that's me. But I remember reading not that this is healthy, Clan of the Cave Bear in third or fourth grade. And that's a pretty thick book. But again, I like to read. I know that's not normal. So, I was reading an adult book by 8 and 9. Anywho, whatever. Hi, artist. How are you? Oh, Skyfire, been lighting candles and saying prayers every day since Renee was unalived. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that series. I still remember, because I was young, but I remember the like how she was treated, like, as women have been all of time. And thinking that's really brutal. I don't know why this is really smoking. I'm hoping my smoke alarm doesn't go off. Hold on. We're going to try to damp this down a little bit. It's pretty aggressive. Just a minute. Anything that was bad in here is now gone. All right. Yeah, I remember, like, none of that stuff ever, like, shocked me as a child. I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up in the country and it was like, yeah, this is how life is made. But I don't know. It's interesting. But Old Windwalker, I was into fantasy, especially with strong women warriors. I usually, if I was told I wasn't supposed to read it, that's what I wanted to read. I haven't changed much. Yeah, and I don't think my mom knew what was in that story, but I remember picking up a book and I started reading it because we were going on like this is really smoking, going on a road trip. Still trying to put this out. On a road trip. And so, back in the day, you hopped in the car and you drove for 16 hours and you didn't have a phone or an iPad or anything. You just, you read a book while you were driving or whatever. Anyway, I was reading this book and my mom picked it up and opened it up to the middle. And there was an essay scene between two men. And she was like, oh my God. And I think I was in fourth grade then. She goes, you're not reading this. And she took it from me. Well, I just ended up taking it back later and finishing the book. Like, what are you trying to hide? Like, I already know it's there, like, okay. I never understood why that should be hidden for me. It's like, well, that never made sense to me. But I think I'm an old soul, so it just wasn't ever a shock to me. So, like, none of that ever surprised me. Like, I don't know. I never felt naive in that department, I guess. Anywho, and then let's see, All Creatures Great and Small. I remember reading all that on a road trip too. But I also remember it kind of bored me, but I was determined to just finish the book. And now I know I think it's on Amazon Prime now. And I keep looking at it going, oh, I should watch that. But then I keep thinking, but the book was kind of boring. I don't know if this will be any better. But I know it's supposed to be good, but I was also really young there. So maybe that's why. I was fourth grade, like I think fourth. That one, maybe fourth or fifth grade. I don't know. Anyway, when I was reading that. Anywho, Skyfire read Patricia Cornwell. I've never read Patricia Cornwell. Hey, Maureen. I think I'm missing people. Everybody's saying hi to Maureen. Oh, there she is. Hi, Maureen. How are you? Yeah. And well, my favorite series of all time, and also is my show, is Outlander. Like that's my jam, man. I jammed through those 1,000-page books in 2 weeks while at work. Every chance I got, I read through that. So yeah, where is Edward? I have my coffee. Oh, I have a funny coffee story. This is how I was feeling. Oh, I think I spilled. Anyway, my I get up this morning and my son, I'm getting ready for work. My son comes in, he goes, "Yeah, I got up at like 3 a.m. and he goes, I felt like just having coffee." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, and I mean, because that's what we do in our family. We drink coffee." And he's like, "I opened the Keurig to put in a pod, and the one that was in there was still warm." He goes, "I felt like I was hunting you because, thinking of like, when the old trackers would hunt people like, oh, this is fresh bear poop. It went that way." He's like, "I felt like I was hunting you, like, oh, here's a warm coffee pod. Mama's here." I thought that was hilarious. Anyway. Oh yeah, everybody's crazy cold weather. It is so cold. I don't like it. And we're not even cold here like you guys are most of the country, and it's still cold. I don't like it. Don't like it. Terry, words were always my best friends. Yeah, I love books. And I keep thinking, I need to, because I find myself like going to sleep to YouTube videos. This is really sad. To go to sleep at night. And it's like, I should read my books. In fact, my son, bless his little heart, got me the entire Outlander series, because before I read the books actually, but I read them online. Like I bought them electronically. My son bought me the entire Outlander series of books. Love that boy. I was so excited. I think that's one of the best gifts I have ever received. It was amazing. So I'm like, oh, I should pick up a book and just start reading an actual good old-fashioned book, because I love books. Let's see. Seems like I need to get Patricia Cornwell. Historical romance smut. Maureen, yeah. Then you'd love Outlander if you haven't tried it. Just saying. It's my favorite. You love the squirrels. Yes, I do that a lot. I squirrel all over the place. Maureen says it's 13 and feels like 4. It's 27 when I walk out in the morning to go to work, and that is dang cold enough. Artist, you too go to sleep to YouTube videos? I do all day long. Well, and I'm old enough now. I've hit the stage of I'm up every 3 hours anyway, whether because either my body hurts or I gotta pee or whatever. So I'm like, I'll just wake up and go, okay, because a lot of times YouTube will have it just roll on to other videos and be like, oh, what's on now? Then I go to sleep to whatever that is. Rain and wicked wind. It was really blowing here the other day too. I never read Lord of the Rings. Karina, I'm looking at yours. I'm Canadian. When I sent my son to his room or to his timeout, he would read. He read the Lord of the Rings trilogy in 3 days in grade 5. He was in trouble a lot. I never read the whole trilogy. I mean, I know other people in my class did. So it wasn't until more recent years that I read for entertainment. I've always been drawn to, if I'm going to read, I'm going to learn something. So, like I have a collection of like, it's all well, and when I get interested in something, I want to know all about it. And so I get everything I can on it. So I've got all kinds of, physics for dummies, and I don't have that one, but something not far off. And of course, energy healing and Reiki and all of that. I've got a ton of those books, but if I want to learn something, I'll get books on it so that I can learn about whatever it is I need to know. And so I'll pick and choose what I'm reading out of there so that I can learn what I want to learn out of it. I haven't until recent years really read just for fun. I always read to learn. And even in, I remember in 7th grade, they were, except for like a road trip where I had to, I remember, in high school, we were a boating family, and was I in high school? Yeah, I think it was a sophomore. My dad wanted to go up to like where he grew up. It was on the water. We chartered a boat or whatever. Anyway, and so we were going to spend a week on the water, and I brought a whole bag of books, but the main one I was reading was Pet Sematary, which was a really good book, actually. I didn't bother watching the movie because I heard it was horrible, but the book was really good. And that's the only Stephen King book I've ever read. And then I don't know. There were others. Anyway, but I remember being in 7th grade and they're like, go pick out a book. And I was picking out business books because I was always like entrepreneur minded. And so I was like, okay, I was trying to figure out all the different ways I could do different ideas that I had or business ideas I had. So that was more like my jam was picking out business books and stuff like that. I'm such a weirdo. Yeah, so it's always like nonfiction was more my jam for the most part, or like science books or business books or things like that. I still have never read a Harry Potter book, but I've watched all the movies. Yeah, I probably should read the other Stephen King books. I just never have. Terry, I'm a book hoe. Nice, respect. I remember my mom, she loves reading. Like she reads, always has, all the time. And she likes the romance smut books too. So I'm trying to remember the series that it was called. They made a TV series of it. And was it called The Americans? But it's not like the Russian Americans like that. It was more like around the Revolutionary War kind of thing. Anyway, there's like this whole series, and I can't remember who the author was. I remember her reading those kinds of books all the time. But yeah, and then thank you, artist. Yeah, and now that we know information about She Who Shall Not Be Named, who wrote Harry Potter, she's a horrible person, so I won't be likely supporting her either, but biographies, Maureen, yeah. Oh, see, and still today, like if I'm going to watch TV, well, I love movies. TV is like my therapy, but I stopped paying for cable and all the streaming services. So I've got YouTube. That's what I've got, or Amazon. Those are the two things I've got. But I love to watch like I've started watching one on I think it's on Amazon, but it's the Celts and gets into like Celtic history, and I love like I love history. Love history. So anything historical, I'm your gal. And especially culture related history, like that's my jam, which is why I want to do that show, like Traveling Tarot with that. That's totally me, to pick out the history bits of it and then also pick up on the energy would be really cool. So anything historical or travel or anything like that, love all of that. So I do that too. And I like historical dramas. So love history. That's why I love Outlander. It hits the science fiction, it hits the romance, it hits the war, it hits the historical drama, and it's based on actual historical events. Like Outlander has it all, man. That's why it is the best. Maureen has Celtic and Viking DNA. I believe I do as well. I mean, if you're Scottish at all, and most likely it's likely in your Irish blood as well, you have Viking DNA. And I'm Irish and Scottish and supposedly French and English as well. So that's, again, I'm adopted, so that's what I picked up, but it all makes sense. It makes sense. Now all of the liquids that I enjoy thoroughly make sense. Like my beer, I like my scotch, I like my coffee, I like my tea, I like my wine. just ripping right through my DNA. I like my liquids and I love potatoes. Can't go wrong. Hey, Rishlene, Spiritual Birds, how are you? Karina, Scottish Roots and Others. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, that's the other thing with Outlander. You get into the whole like Battle of Culloden and the British like overtaking the Scottish Isles and shredding their culture and everything. It gets into all of that. In the indentured servitude, coming to America and like just all of this stuff. So Terry, Scott, Brit, Welsh, mostly mutt. I mean, we're all pretty much mutts, right? Maureen, Scottish, German, Irish, Norwegian. Potatoes are life. Yes, they are. And coffee. Coffee. I did. I must have spilled. Oh, great. I probably have coffee coming up the stairs then. Okay, it's finally stopped smoking. That's good. All right. Heinz 57. That's us. Let's see. Pam Bondi also wants the DOJ to access the voter rolls. And she wants the entire database given specifically to F45. Yeah, he has no need for that. It's not necessary. I mean, it is for what he wants to do, but no, he has no need for that. Richardson Spiritual Birds. I love my mashed potato, my ancestors, Scottish, German, American, Indian, Cherokee, and Jewish. Oh, I love that. What a great combo. I thought at first I read that as your mashed potato ancestry. Like that's me. Artist, Irish, Scottish, French, Welsh, English, Italian, German, and Dutch. Holy smokes. Yeah, you got a lot of potato in you too. Potatoes are life. They are life. Yes. There is a lawsuit against ICE to restrict ICE's use of force in Minnesota. Filed an emergency motion with the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals to reinstate restrictions, included an affidavit from the witness of the murder. I don't know if you saw that woman's affidavit, the one that recorded the murder, because that's what it was. There's no alleged to that if you saw the videos. Alex Preddy was a nurse at a VA hospital who went to help a woman that a federal goon, we'll call him that, pushed her down because she was protesting and trying to film him. So he shoved her down and he went to help her up and he went to attack again. And Preddy put his hand up because that's 1, the natural defense, 2, getting in between that federal goon and the woman. The consequence was to pepper spray the bejeebers out of them, which sent him trying to get his bearings, and then they push him down. And yes, he is a licensed carrying citizen. Where are all of the don't tread on me, Second Amendment, GOP people that you have to have these things in case of government tyranny? Where the frickin' hey are you? Where are you right now? Where are you? Because, dude, this is why you've been saying you need your pew-pews. Right now. Government tyranny. Right frickin' now. Where are you? We have a right to protest. We have a right to film you or record you. It's not film anymore. Yes, I'm out of 1982, whatever. We have a right to record you. We have a right to protest. We have a right to say whatever we want to you. We have a right to be within your presence. The police have a right to investigate the murders you are committing. And you're stopping that too. That also is an amendment right. You're supposed to be gathering evidence. You're supposed to render aid. If you don't, it is considered a war crime. In any other country, if this happened anywhere else, it would be a war crime. You weren't rendering aid to Mr. Preddy. You were counting bullet holes. There was a pediatrician who came on scene to try to help that they stopped from getting to him. And he said when he finally was able to get close enough, he didn't see them rendering any aid. He saw them rolling him over, counting bullet holes. Renee Good, when that federal goon was walking away, was texting, haha, 3 shots, 5 holes, and was joking about it. Also, when the first pew pew happened, he went lifeless. And then the others decided to come around and continue to pew pew him multiple times. The instant information that came to me when I first heard that was that so not one single individual could be singled out as the murderer. That they all had bullets in there, so they were all sticking together, and they all had the fabricated story of he was such a threat, we all took fire. The videos prove otherwise, and they will prove otherwise. But that's information the guides gave me as to why they did that. It's like, oh crap, there's one in them. We better hurry up and all shoot him. All pew pew. So we can't tell which one was the fatal one. We don't know who to blame. Could be any of us. I'm going to back up and read some comments. Karina, Scottish Roots and others. Brenda, Soul Sister. Soul Sister. Oh, Sister. I don't know the word, sister. Terry Coffee. Cafe. Maureen, my great-great-grandma's maiden name was Beastie. Ooh, I love that. That is Queen Beastie to you. Maureen, you can swear about Bimbo Bondi as much as you like. Go ahead. It's a comment. You can do it. I can't. You can. Go for it. Yeah, they're busy hiding, Maureen. They're busy hiding in their mama's basements and crapping their pants because they're cowards. Yeah, which is why the guy that initially pew-pewed him, did you see him turn around and hightail it out of there? And then as soon as he left, the others stood around and went, oh, pew, 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 pew. They knew exactly what to do. That was a directive. That was a coordinated directive. The first guy bailed. The others went, oh, gathered around and added to it. They knew exactly what they were doing. Maureen, as the sister of a murder victim, it enraged me and my brother. My brother was 15 and was shot by another 15-year-old, and my heart broke for a second. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Brenda, they don't know how science works. Exactly. Because that was my next human thought was they can think that's going to work, but it won't. Forensics is a magical thing. It involves science, but we know they don't believe in science, so that's okay. But they're also trying to cover up evidence. And a judge directed them as you're not allowed, specifically directed, you're not allowed to cover up evidence. You're not allowed to hide evidence. You're not allowed to keep evidence from an investigation. But since when do they listen to a judge? When do they listen to anything? They don't. Originally, my grandma's maiden name was Alma Sheets. That's amazing. I love that. Marine forensic science is something that they are too stupid to comprehend. Yes, exactly. Well, we do have Mr. Wormbrain leading, as the leading cause as to why childhood diseases are making a reoccurrence in some southern states. Yep. There's so much I want to say. There might be more tomorrow on the members live. So the Dems, supposedly this time, are not going to be voting for ICE funding for DHS. Your congressional switchboard phone number. Take this down because we all need to call this. I'm serious. The congressional switchboard to reach your representative is 202-224-3121. I'm going to repeat that. Your congressional switchboard phone number to reach your representatives is 202-224-3121. Whether you have a Democratic representative or a GOP representative, either way, you are a constituent and have a voice. Here's the fun part. The GOP is actually starting to there's a rift happening. The Second Amendment GOP versus the F-45 supporters GOP. Because their excuse for murdering Mr. Pretty, well, he had a weapon. Yes. He had a licensed permit to carry a concealed carry weapon. Also, in one of the videos, you see one of the federal goons reach in, pull it out, and throw it away. And it was after they threw it away that they descended on him and fired upon him. He was not a threat. So you have your Second Amendment people going, yo, he's allowed to carry a weapon. He had a permit for it. It was not out. His cell phone was out recording. That is also legal. Being at a protest, also legal. Rendering aid to a citizen, required by law. Helping to guide traffic, also legal. He can carry a weapon. So it's going to be interesting because the GOP doesn't seem to think that Democrats carry weapons. They do. They do. Believe me. I do. But the NRA is even taking up arms, going, so to speak, saying, no, you can't do that. The F-45 supporters going, well, he shouldn't have been doing that. Really? I thought you were all, Mr. 2A supporter. So you got the 2A people and you got the F-45 people. There's a rift happening with the old GOP. If you recall, I've been saying for a while now, the GOP is going to split. This is the beginning of that starting to tear away. More will happen to cause more of a rift. The farmers are going to be a big part of it too. They're going to split. I've been saying it for a while. It'll happen. It's going to take some time, but this is a big part of it. Hey, Edward. Oh, just me rambling and ranting, talking about books and science and general trauma and drama. Let's see. But hi, Edward. The great divine Karina. Yes. Yeah. And if Dems don't get their act together, they're going to rift as well, which is not going to help that cause at all. You got to get the corporate Dems out of there. You got to, because people are over the, let's write a strongly worded letter. Yeah, it doesn't work. When you have a school bully taking your milk money, writing a strongly worded letter doesn't work. Even if you tell their mama, does not work. Giving them detention does not work. Suspending them simply gives them a vacation. Does not work. They don't care. The only thing that's ever worked on a schoolyard bully is standing up to them and giving them a taste of their own medicine. That is the only thing that has ever worked. We've reached that point. Which brings me back to 10,000 people or whatever in Minnesota that came out in sub-zero temperature to protest on a statewide strike day, which amazing, brilliant, awesome, wonderful. All of those people need to come out, and I'm serious, all 10,000 of you come out and surround the ICE people and get as close as you can, give them a little bear hug, and push them, walk them out of your state. Make them walk backwards until they are out of your state. Walk as long as you need to walk them out. Because when they're surrounded, when those 5 or 6 people are surrounded by thousands, you're not going to shoot all of them, pal. Not going to get all of them. And no weapons required. Just pure body mass. Literally physically pushing them out of the way. Again, you ever been to a mosh pit? That's what needs to happen. Richleen, Purple Moon Tarot with Francine and Richleen was canceled because Francine worked last night. She got 4 hours of sleep. That is standard for me. Yeah, Karina, Mama Bear energy. Don't touch my cubs. That's what I'm getting in gear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, here's some more tidbit for you too. Apparently, the GOP is up in arms yet again because of the impending Super Bowl halftime show and intro show. As you may or may not know, Bad Bunny was selected to be the halftime show. Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican. And Bad Bunny apparently has announced that they plan to wear a dress to honor the queer icons of Puerto Rico. The GOP is like, they don't know. Their heads are exploding. They don't know what to do with that information because apparently somebody wearing a dress offends them greatly. Thus, the right is so enraged, they are trying to mobilize a Turning Point USA halftime show. Good luck. Oh my God. So that's where people can go to watch a good, wholesome Nazi halftime show. They're also mad because the intro show to the Super Bowl is Green Day, who they're the game opener, and they are notoriously anti F-45. So the GOP is just having kittens right now. They don't know what to do with themselves because it's football, so you have to watch it. But oh my God, it's being poisoned by all these libtards. What are they going to do? There's dresses and there's music that I don't like. Oh my God. And there's brown people. What is a Nazi to do? Oh, wait, we'll put on our own halftime show with Turning Point and JD and yeah, his new blonde floozy. Karina, hola bunny, felicidades. Yes. Yes, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, and they are U.S. citizens. Yes, you are correct, Edward. Yes, and they may still have the roll of paper towels that F-45 threw when they had a hurricane. I'm not sure from his first term. Oh, you heard Karina. You heard Pink is going to show up in a rainbow suit. That would be magical. I would love that so much. I love Pink. I absolutely love Pink, and she is. Oh, that would be amazing. I would love that. What's JD gonna do? Screw a Barca Lounger live? Well, the GOP doesn't seem to mind when there's child trafficking or human trafficking or any kind of assault. They don't mind any of that. That's okay. Yeah. Or felonies. No, that's okay. But oh my God, put on a dress. Oh, I mean, what's this world coming to? Oh my God. You can have SA and you can have human trafficking and you can have felonies, but dear God, do not be a man and put on a dress. Oh my God. How dare you? Meanwhile, their orange god wears more makeup than anyone. It looks like a pumpkin, shats himself constantly, smells, cannot stay awake. Dozing dementia dawn is an embarrassment, has now threatened Canada for 100% tariffs because you're trading with somebody else. Dude, nobody wants to trade with the United States. We are a pariah because of you, you orange turd. Yeah. Oh, they're trying to arrest Don Lemon because he covered one of the ICE goons is apparently a pastor of a church. So he went and filmed that church service and exposed him for who he was. And so now they're threatening to arrest him. I'm sorry, First Amendment right. Again, we have a constitution. In case any Congress people have forgotten, we have a constitution. The president has sworn to abide by said constitution. Not doing so should probably impeach the completely psychotic, dementia-addled freak that is running this country, allegedly for entertainment and spiritual purposes only. Told you I was feeling spicy tonight. Donald Diapers. Apparently, a source close to F-45 says that the only thing, Talking about Epstein will get him furious. The next thing that gets him furious, nothing gets him more mad than talking about his health. The only thing that will get him more mad than that is talking about Epstein. So definitely don't keep sharing that he has no bowel control. He's dementia-addled. He's psychotic. He's a narcissist. He keeps falling asleep in meetings. Dowsing Dawn falls asleep. I mean, he called Sleepy Joe. Oh my God. Yeah. Talk about projection. That he physically cannot stay awake. He has now like these deep bruises on his hands. You hit a table, give me a break. Dude, you're getting IV treatments. Just your organs are shutting down. I have said it also for a while now. There's things going wrong in his abdomen. His organs are shutting down. They are not functioning. Not just his heart, not just his stroke-addled dementia brain. There are organs shutting down in his gut, and they do not function properly. Dude, you're getting IV treatments. That's what the bruises are. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Allegedly for her entertainment and spiritual purposes only. Karina, Constitution, we don't need no stinking Constitution. He smells like a dead skunk in the Louisiana sun, says Artist 179. You are not wrong. And this freak is like, he lets it rip in front of children and in front of world leaders. And I mean, everybody knows he smells. For somebody who's so concerned about his image, the very least, dude, learn how to blend the makeup. At the very, very least. You're okay with looking like a pumpkin, and yet you judge other people by their looks? Are you kidding me? You can't stand up in a meeting anymore. You have to stay seated. Are you kidding me? You wander out onto roofs and start rambling about things. You think you've solved wars? No, you don't start them and then stop and say you solved it. That's not how this works, pumpkin. I know you didn't ever hear the word no growing up, but that's a no. Yeah, you fall asleep standing up. Thank you, artist Edward. The looks on the little girls' faces when he lets it rip. Oh my God, that's just awful. Maureen, he had a dream he died from obstruction of the bowel. I'm serious. Like when I tap into his energy, God help me, because it's horrifying when I do. I get it's, I mean, I know he's got heart issues. I know he's got brain issues, but I get his gut is the big problem. Oddly, like even worse than his heart. Like there's like everything going wrong. It's dying inside. Literally, it's black and it's dying inside. I kid you not. Like that's what his energy is. Worse than his heart, worse than his brain. So he is so incompetent and so absolutely not qualified to be a leader of any country for many reasons, but physically alone, dude needs to go away. Somebody said, how did Usha get pregnant? Did she accidentally fall asleep on the couch? Yeah. Yeah. I'm wondering if that baby's going to make it to term. We'll find out. He doesn't like to hear about mashed potatoes either. What's that about? I haven't heard about that. Yeah, it's pretty sad when your own mother calls you a monster. Well, she was a monster, and so was his father. He's always been the spawn of Satan, and his children are as bad. His youngest is worse. That little Satan seed he's evil. Allegedly for entertainment and spiritual purposes only. Yeah, Linda G and Spencer today said they see ICE officers getting injured in the future. Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Yes. haven't seen the show yet, but yeah, that's how King Henry VIII died. Okay. Yeah, Richling, he doesn't know whether it's Iceland or Greenland. He doesn't. Dude doesn't know what day it. Well, I never know what day it is either, for that matter. So he doesn't. He's so much I want to say. Maureen, he had a bowl of mashed potatoes dumped on his head by one of his brothers. Well, I'm sure he deserved it. He's a POS. That reminds me of, there was a children's book. Oh, what was it? In third grade, we'd come in from recess and our teacher would read us a story to get us all to chill out because we're all still wired. And there was one of the stories that he read. It was, do you guys remember? I think the character's name was Fudge. And I remember him going, eat it or wear it, eat it or wear it. And they put him in the bathtub. Well, his parents, I think his mom was trying to get him to eat food or something. And they're like, either eat it or wear it. And so he just started mocking him, eat it or wear it, eat it or wear it. And so she put him in the bathtub and dumped it over. And he wore it, which now you can't do nowadays. But that was, back then you could do that. And I remember that as a children's book for some reason. I think the character's name was Fudge. Anyway, I don't remember the name of the books. I just remember that. That's all I remember. Artist says Mary told a story that he was bullying his siblings at the dinner table when he was a kid, and his father dumped a bowl of potatoes over his head. Okay. Oh, you mean Linda and Sterling, Edward? Yeah, I haven't seen the show yet, but yes, that is coming. 100%. They're asking for it, which is what F45 wants. I'm telling you, the way to do this, I'm serious, and I don't think I don't see this happening, but I wish it would. Is that everybody needs to gather together and just physically just push, literally physically push them out of the state, walk them down the highway, 10,000 strong, keep walking down the highway. Where I live, there was a city a couple of days ago that a whole bunch of people came out and started surrounding them. And so they started backing up. They locked their keys in the car. They locked their keys in the car and couldn't get away. So they had to break their own window to get in the car and leave. But that happened. That's what they were doing, though. They came out and started surrounding him. And they were like, oh, shit, and had to get away. And then the dumbasses locked their keys in the car, and they couldn't, which brings an entire level of comedy to the scene. But you don't need weapons. You just physically surround them and literally push them out. Walk them all the way down the highway if you need to, all the way until they reach the state border. Walk them out. And then the next state pick up, keep walking them out. Walk them off the plank. Just saying. Edward, F45 had a nightmare of potatoes getting thrown at windmills and becoming mashed potatoes. Okay. I keep thinking, it could be scallop, because it'd be like, food processor. Scallop potatoes are tasty. I like scallop potatoes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, artist. Thousands of people came out in Minnesota today to protect the unaliving of Alex. Yeah. So Karina, with leaf blowers, that started in Portland, thank you very much, during the BLM protests, because they were going after, we had what, and you guys may or may not remember, but we had the Wall of Moms. And I say we because that's my town. We had the Wall of Moms. And a friend of mine actually started that whole thing, started the Wall of Moms. And quite literally, it was a group of moms that came down that were the front line, literally in jeans and t-shirts, because their whole thing was, George Floyd could have been anybody's baby, right? Could have been anybody's baby. And so the wall of moms stood arm to arm, like elbows locked, front line, while they started pepperballing the moms and rubber bulleting the moms and pushing them down and abusing them and, all of those things. And so that's when, and then F-45 sent in his federal goons. And that's when all of the horrible protests in Portland, everything bad was caused by the federal goons, which are now his ICE agents, by the way. Everything. They were going around and slashing people's tires. They were breaking windows. They were towing people's vehicles. They were lighting food trucks on fire because the food trucks were feeding the protesters, all of that. And anyway, Portland came up with, because we're inventive creatures here, came up with the leaf blowers because they kept throwing the gas. And so they're like, oh, yeah, well, and they just blew it right back at them. So we're the ones that started that. And it's very effective. I highly recommend it. The other thing I highly recommend is get super soakers of water in Minnesota in this sub-zero temperature and hose them down in water first, then put a leaf blower on them and freeze that shit. Do that. I got ideas. Portland, we're a creative bunch. Do it. I'm telling you. Don't have to use pew-pews at all. Super soakers, leaf blowers, and masses of bodies. They'll be gone. Just saying. It's my idea. Yeah, fully support voodoo dolls. If you are into voodoo or hoodoo, I have books on that too. Great stuff there. And I would not piss those people off that practice that. No, do not do that. They mess with energies that they're very effective. Karina, yeah, Portland, hell yeah. And they tried to pepper our frog costume guy. This got all the attention. That's when the frogs became so popular, because they put pepper canister right in his vent, in his air hole, so it would fill up his costume. And the guy's response later is like, dude, I'm Mexican. I eat spicy for lunch. He's like, it was spicy. I love that. I thought it was fantastic. Karina, when did they switch from rubber bullets to real ones? Well, that's a great question. Recently, when they got the directive to do so, when they said they were going to be amping up how many people they were sending, he's trying really, really hard to instigate. And people have been saying, oh, don't fight back, because that just gives them an excuse to come at you. I've been saying this entire time. They don't need an excuse. They're going to come after you anyway. They do not need an excuse. They're going to take people out anyway. They're breaking down doors. They are invading homes and breaking into homes without search warrants. They are arresting people without search warrants. They are kidnapping people without search warrants. They are kidnapping children. They are kidnapping adults. They are not allowing them to have access to lawyers or to family or to anything. They are selling them to countries that still have active slavery, where they are in turn sold again. Some people we will never hear from again. They will come at you. They will shoot you. They will kidnap you. They will take you away. They don't care if you are, at this point, it started with the black and brown people. They don't care if you're black, brown, or white now. So that's what's going to get the GOP all worked up, is because even the precious white people are going to be, taken out right now. The last two pew-pewed were white. Just saying. And the very last one was a 2A carrying adult male, white male, that worked at a VA hospital. Oh, yeah. Yeah, way to hit all of the buttons, F45. Hitting all the buttons there, genius. You're the smartest ever. No, you are not. You're the dumbest ever. Yes. Oh, yes. Full immunity for now. They will be caught. They will face. Not all of the ICE people will be caught, but most of them. There will be our version of Nuremberg trials. It will happen. There's too much video. There's too much evidence. There are too many ring cameras. Everything nowadays has a way to record you. It will happen. It will happen. Trust me. But also, it will get worse before it gets better. But I am telling you now, bring your super soakers, hose them down with cold water, put a leaf blower on them, and the mass of people physically just push them out. Those are the 3 things you can do. Those are the 3 legal things you can do. They're full immunity or pocket pardons. Hey, Cat Mom. How you doing? And black market organ sales? Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. Okay. Well, I am going to do a general reading for the week. It was interesting because I think it was when I was on with Sherry. We were doing a political read. And I remember I drew the 10 of Pentacles. And I remember thinking, my guides were kind of talking to it. It's an unusual card for what the information that I was getting. It's like, usually that's like, oh, full chest of goodness, right? You got your full treasure chest. But what I was getting was like, each one of those coins is more information coming out, like, because there's so much, right? There's going to be ICE information, Epstein information. This is, all of the different, each coin is another thing. And that seems to be what's going on. More things coming, more things happen. I still want to know if anyone is still looking into the murder on the high seas bit, because I haven't heard anything on that since I got sage everywhere. Since he went into Venezuela. I haven't heard anything on that. So if anybody knows of anything like internationally, I need to look into this. I haven't had time because I work full time and it's been chaos. Cat Mom, what's that about? So remember by him blowing up the fishermen, right? Like they were getting ready to like put charges on him in the international court, was saying that this is illegal. And all of a sudden he blows up, he goes into guns blazing into Venezuela and kidnaps the president. Nobody's talked about it since. Also, his pardoning of the drug lord from, what was it, Colombia or wherever, that they were like, well, if you're so against drugs, why are you pardoning the biggest drug lord in history? Why are you pardoning him? So that was being looked at. And the blowing up fishing boats is being looked at, and it was getting all hot and heavy. And then all of a sudden he goes into Venezuela, and neither have been talked about since. Just saying. Judy, are you able to tell us about the psychic remote viewers I heard U.S. government uses? Oh, Sutafi? Yeah. Oh, yeah. All governments use them. Yeah. In fact, when people try to tap into Pooty, he knows. I think I was watching Sheila one time because she does remote views, and she tried to tap into him, and she said he actually turned and he looked right at her. And she's like, okay, I'm out. I'm out. But yeah, all governments use them. Absolutely. Yes, thank you, Karina. Honduran drug lord. Yes, thank you. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, flood the zone. Absolutely. Yeah, and Pootie is psychic himself. Yeah, that's why he was able to feel when Sheila tapped into him. He turned and looked right at her. Yeah. Yeah, creepy AF. Oh my God. Ooh, ah. He's talk about bad news bears, man. And he's got a lot of them around him too, and a lot of protection stuff around him. Old Windwalker, yeah, I don't think anyone has seen Pootie without him seeing them. Yeah, he knows. That dude is creepy. I won't, well, I have no need to, but I won't even, I even think about tapping into his energy, and it's just like, nope, immediately, nope, 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 nope. F45, he is truly a useful idiot or unuseful idiot, I don't know. And so he's dumb as a rock. His energy is just disgusting. So that's why I don't like to tap into his, because it's just gross. I mean, it is truly like gross. JD is just like, ew, creepy. They say Pootie is Rasputin reincarnated. Wouldn't surprise me. Ew, Karina. I'm so sorry. That's awful. If that's what your subconscious is doing, I'm concerned. JD popped into your dream wearing a Zorro mask and a black leather thong. Ew, that is so disgusting. Artist, yeah. Pootie's gonna give him a special potion. Well, he's losing his usefulness. Yeah, they'll keep him around until. Well, I think the original Pootie is long gone too. So there's that. This is a actor. Call it that. That's around now. All right, let's see what we got going on for the week. Somebody asked when my members live is tomorrow. It is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. And I'm sorry they're so late, but that's as early as I can get home from work. So apologies. I'm able to do Sundays a little earlier because we close shop an hour earlier. So that's why I can do that. But every other day of the week, I wouldn't even be able to run through the door and sit down until 8 o'clock my time, and I'm on Pacific time. Okay. Let's see. What are you showing me? What does that mean? They're feeding me these images, but let me see what cards I pull before I share and see if they make sense with the cards. Ew, Richleen. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Okay. Cards for the week. Let's do a card pull. Energy of the upcoming week. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? hair's it's done. It's like, day's over. We're done. My hair's just like, well, curious. So I was getting images and I don't know why. I don't know what this means. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside because I don't know what it means, but the other one. Okay. Yes, you do. Sorry. I'm having a discussion with my guides. Until I know what one image means, I'm not going to say anything yet. If it becomes clearer, I'll share it. But I have an idea, but I'm not 100%. Anyway, then they showed me like this, like the people lining up and this black wave that's going like this. And it's going above and then it below. It's like they're there and this wave's just, but the wave is black. So I'm getting that it's probably like the wave of emotion and the wave of news, and there's going to be a lot of ups and downs this week. And it's just, and it's overwhelming, but also throughout all of that, the people aren't moving. They're standing in solidarity and they're standing there, whether or not the wave is crashing into them or not. They're standing there in solidarity. Yeah. And it keeps showing me a ring, like a ring pop. I don't, those ring pops. I don't know. So I don't understand that. I don't understand what that means. But then also I heard a horse, and I don't know if that's fire horse that's coming in. But I heard a horse, and they showed me a horse. So again, it's hard because I'm not sure what those mean. I can translate the black wave and the people. But anyway, the cards I pulled, the core, 8 of Pentacles. And so there's a lot of work being done behind the scenes. As much as I get frustrated with Congress, they're trying to do what they can. They're doing a lot behind the scenes. There are Minnesota is wanting to activate the National Guard for their benefit to stand up against ICE. That'll be interesting. I keep hoping they'll do it. I keep hoping that'll happen, but it hasn't happened yet. So I'm waiting to see if that happens. But there's a lot of work on many different fronts. Again, same thing as when I saw the whole treasure chest of Pentacles. Each one of these is something different. Like one is the Epstein files, one is Minnesota, one are the murders, one of the tariffs and the trade agreements and him ticking off other countries and other countries making other trade deals and cutting us out. Other countries selling off all American bonds and the stock market and the supply chain and the dollar tanking, the stock market ups and downs. I mean, like each one of these is a trauma and a drama, right? And it's all F-45 related. So there's people behind the scenes like having to tackle each one of these things. There's so much going on. So that's the core of all of this is there are a lot of people working on each of these things, but it's just like, oh my God, there's so many. And it's being crossed by the Knight of Wands. So look at all the chaos going on in the background. So Knight of Wands is generally like slow, steady progress. Oh, that makes perfect sense, actually. Slow, steady progress. That's what this is. It's never going to be as fast as all of us want it because all of us want immediate, like, make the shit stop now. And instead, we've got a whole bunch of people working behind the scenes, trying to work on each one of these things, and it's just complete chaos going on. But yet there is slow, steady progress, believe it or not. Regrettably, the volcano's going to keep blowing while he's standing there going, do, slow, steady progress. So that's the problem. It's like the people are going to have to, nobody's going to help us. It's up to us to help us. I am telling you, super soaker, leaf blower, and mass people literally physically pushing them out one step at a time. Those three things, I'm stand by it. It won't happen, but it should. And if any of y'all ever take me seriously, do those things. That's all I'm saying. Karina, they try to put out one fire and he starts 3 more. Yes. Cat Mom, ring pop, very big, but totally fake and just for show. True. And I'm seeing like a green one, like emerald green, like in Wizard of Oz, completely fake behind the curtain. And then I hear Stephen Miller as soon as I hear that, as soon as I say that. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot right now. Anyway, those are the two, like, core, right? And then the foundation, Queen of Swords with her sword of truth, wielding that sword of truth, causing chaos around her. There is so much truth right now. So much truth. More people coming out with Epstein information. The bulk of it is going to have to come from somebody outside the country. I've said that for a while. I stand by it. I still think it's coming. Right now, they're using it as a way to control him, though. So, but it will come out as soon as they need it to, or it's become so detrimental they have to. But the bulk of the information is going to come from outside of the country. I still believe that. But more is going to keep coming out. It's going to be a slow trickle is what I feel on that. It's never going to be all of it. It's never going to be enough, at least to our satisfaction, because that's how humans work. But more is going to keep coming out. There are going to be more men coming forward also. And the women are going to get a little bolder. They're having to be restrained on the advice, is what I'm hearing. On the advice, what I'm hearing, for entertainment, spiritual purposes only, the advice of their attorneys, and also because of threats being made on them by the megas. So they're having to be very strategic, and they're trying to get the lawmakers to do the work, so that they don't end up front and center because they've received too many threats. But the lawmakers have too, but the victims would rather they do it. But if they won't do it, they will do it. It's one of those things. But ultimately, it's going to have to be outside of the country that stuff is released. Anyway, whole bunch more truth. Queen is trying to take care of the people, and she's going to keep wielding that sword of truth, and it's going to keep bringing about chaos. So more is coming. This is the foundation of the week. The Page of Wands is moving to the past. So that kind of gives me a little bit of warm fuzzy, actually, because that almost feels to me like Miller and et al. Their plans, their new plan, their brave new world, their new world order, like what they wanted, what they have been instituting, it's beginning to fall. People are too upset. They're losing support, and it's beginning to fall. It's moving to the past. Excuse me. Now, I don't, even when they lose support here, they're just going to turn their focus to other countries. So they're not going to completely go away. But here in the United States is what I'm referring to. It's beginning to fall. It's beginning to move. move to the past. Crowning everything. Sorry, I'm sniffly. I've got allergies. So sorry. And I ran out of medicine. So here we are. You get to deal with me and my sniffles. Crowning everything. Ace of Wands. This, my friends, is the big stick. I always think of Harry Potter and the Whomping Willow. Just a whomp. This is the grand new plan. This is the people's plan. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, bucko, as they used to say on, Happy Days? Oh, yeah, bucko. Your plan gonna go bye-bye. This is our plan. And a lot of information going on. A lot of truth coming out. Yeah, this is not okay. And you've got the 2A people and the F-45 people kind of butting heads and creating a rift here. There's a new plan. There are new energies afoot. Potential future, though. Like I said, it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. There are more things that are going to create even more unrest because it needs to. This is just the beginning of people getting pissed off. We've been agitated and irritated and unhappy up to this point. Now we're getting mad. This is just the beginning of now we're getting really mad. Not just worried, not just concerned, not just scared for our future or thinking, mad because our rights are being taken away. No, we're getting mad. And this is just the beginning. We need everybody to get mad. And so that's going to take a little bit longer. So hang in there. Meanwhile, super soakers, leaf blowers, and mosh pits. Just saying. Gonna keep saying it. Currently, the Empress. Now I find this interesting. It's current energy. Because she's a new birth and a new beginning also. But hey, that's crowning it too. New birth, new beginning, new plan. Okay. They've crossed a line. They've crossed a line with the people. And we're going to take care of our own. And we are one. As much as they want to divide us, at this point, they've crossed a line and they just pissed off America. Not just the Dems, not just the GOP, not just the North, not just the South, not just the red, not just the blue. They crossed a line and pissed everybody off. Yep. Now we're going to start to take care of ourselves as a people, as a country. External influence. Artist says, Jack Smith and others are starting a law firm in D.C. for victims of ICE, F-45, and his administration. We need to do a class action suit against them. 100%. Yeah, I heard that. I think that's fantastic. And yeah, I agree. Except, you know what? Guess who's going to pay for that? We are in our taxes. All of these lawsuits against him and against ICE and against the government and against the DOJ and against the FBI, we're going to pay that. Throwing that out there too, sadly. However, there needs to be consequences. So, agreed. Karina, I just heard the song Let My People Go. Sutafi, yeah, it's being felt worldwide, yes. And there are protests worldwide. Yes. Yeah, my heart hurts also, Maureen, and it's difficult for me because my tendency, if I didn't do this, I would just be, huddled into my couch with my cocoa or my tea watching Outlander and be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But I'm here and I'm forced to look at it. And, oh God, I got a leg cramp. It's killing me. Okay. Anyway, external influence. So many squirrels going on. The Queen of Cups. Secrets. There are secrets. So this is the government trying to create their golden world, and they want more and more and more. Look, she's looking out the window like, I want more. And she's got her cup of secrets because this is an external influence. But the problem is, kids, no, there's a big stick happening. And the Queen of Swords is bringing about the truth. So, yeah. And look at this. Hopes and fears. The Lovers. These are people who you think might be in your corner, but are not. I've said it before. I will say it again. All rats leave a sinking ship. We're going to start to see some really interesting things from people who play the MTG game. Okay? Reading the cards in their world and going, yeah, need to bail. Don't want to be caught up in this. And he's going to start throwing people under the bus, Bondi, for example, to blame anybody but himself, right? So there are what you think are alliances, but are not. A lot of that's going to start. They're all going to start to throw each other under the bus. It's already started. It's going to become more and more visible. And final outcome, Page of Pentacles. So with Sherry's reading, when I saw the chest of pentacles and with the rats in the coffers, each one of those pentacles being a different thing, with this one coming out right out of the gate, again, the Eight of Pentacles, everybody working behind the scenes to attack each pentacle. All of this coming about with new beginning, with the false partnerships, with people coming together as one, with external influence, the secrets being exposed by the Sword of Truth, the chaos that's ensuing, and the people just like, oh my God, what is happening? Because they got all the burdens on their back as all of this reality show continues to happen. There's a new government coming. I said this before too, and I will keep saying it. US 2.0. It is going to come, but they have to burn the house down first before we can rebuild. So it will get worse before it gets better, but it will get better. So hold on to that little bright shiny star. It will get better. Regrettably, you got to teach to the lowest common denominator, and the megas are it. So until they get mad, and some of them are starting, it is started. You just infringed on their Second Amendment rights. It started. So wait till all of the other countries have trade agreements that do not include the United States, and people stop buying our farmers' goods. That's the next big one. And then they're going to get pissed. And when they lose the GOP support of the farmers, forget it. Forget about it. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. That'll be like zipper, split pants. Yeah. Okay, let me see what y'all are saying here. Catch up a little bit. Oh, I know. Cat mom, they're sociopaths, so they never understood love country and each other. Yeah, they don't care. They just want more money. That's all they care about. Cat mom, my inner tiger woke up today. I know. I've been just spicy all day, man. Artist, I wish I still drank and smoked weed. Seriously. I sat at work today. A friend invited me out to go out with another mutual friend of ours. And they're like, we're going to go have tacos and margaritas. And I'm like, yeah, well, I've got a show tonight. So, thanks. But, maybe another time. And all I could think of is like, oh, dang, man, margarita sounds really good. That sounds really good. Like, I could use a good Cadillac margarita, just saying. Like, and then I thought, the entire country is feeling that way right now. I heard they took his tower in New York City and going after Mar-a-Lago. Karina. They will, if they haven't yet. They will. And eventually, Ivana's fake casket will be exhumed. That'll take a while, but I don't think she's in there also. But there is no way that you need that many pallbearers to carry the cremated remains of a small woman. No. There are many a document in there that he doesn't want found. Or that he wants to have if he needs to use it for leverage. And I'm sure, money, gold, silver, whatever, I'm sure is in there. Women power. That's right, Richleen. Think Gnome will be before Bondi Bimbo. Yeah, I think probably Maureen. But honestly, it's going to be like they're both going to go soon because women are the first targets. I mean, it should be Keg's Breath that goes also. But, he'll get rid of the women first. So because women are no better than the dirt on his shoe, in his not so humble opinion. Mar-a-Lago is a business. He can't claim homestead. It can't be taken from him in Florida if they can't take your home. Here's the thing. Part of the, he's in there illegally. Shocker. Also, the agreement when he purchased Mar-a-Lago was that it was not to be used as a residence. It was not to be used as a residence. He is breaking the law by using it as a residence. Well, now he's not, because the White House technically is his residence. It goes against all the city ordinances. It is not a home, it is a business. But he's using it as his home, and he's being allowed to use it as his home. And his crest that he uses, the Trump crest, was stolen by the people who owned Mar-a-Lago that he bought it from. That was their family crest. F-45 stole it, which they did not want to happen, but he did it anyway because he doesn't believe in consent from anyone or anything. I want that one. Oh, artist, I know. I want that little titmouse Bovino to go to prison, all like 411 of him or whatever he is. Yeah, that would be great. Cat Mom, remember, half of all people have below average intelligence. I mean, I am not the brightest bulb in the pack, but come on. And I have horrible vision. But even I can see that shit is not right here. Yeah. February 17th, Fire Horse is coming in. Yeah. I wonder if that's why they're showing me the horse. Because they literally, like, this side was the ring pop thing. This side was the horse, but it wasn't a fire horse, so it was just a horse, which is interesting. Like a brown horse. Not like a quarter horse, but not an Arabian, and not, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out what horse it is. Okay, squirreling again. Anyway, just brown horse. I don't know. Hold that thought. Oh, things are falling now. Animal book. Let's look up horse. Okay. Okay. We'll call this a message for everyone. If horse shows up, it means you're about to embark on an unexpected adventure and will have to move very quickly once it's initiated. It's time to free yourself from those physically and emotionally constricting aspects of your life. F45. You'll need to call upon reserves of stamina and strength to get you through this ordeal. Yeah, that sounds right. Let's repeat that one. You need to call upon reserves of stamina and strength to get you through this ordeal. You're much more powerful than you think you are. This situation requires a strong warrior energy, balanced with sensitivity, patience, and compassion. Teamwork with your family, friends, or community is important right now. I think that was a message for everybody. Work together, teamwork. Again, mosh pit. Push them right out. Super soaker. Leaf blower. Mosh pit. Just saying. Okay. Artist, he will be off the planet when they exhume the coffin. Yes, he will be. He'll be long gone. And he's using it as his home, and yes, it's illegal. Yep, exactly. Aunt B, late as usual, but I'm here. Welcome. Glad you're here. The Kellogg family crest. Yeah. The deed says max 3 non-continuous weeks a year. Yep. And yet, it was a math joke. Brenda Starr, aren't horses messengers? I don't know. Like Pegasus is, I think. The Merriweather Post crest. Cat Mom. I don't know. Somebody's crest. It's not Trump. It's Trump's now. He just he acquired it as he does everything else. But yeah, I think that was the horse message for everybody. Melania claiming Mar-a-Lago is her residence to force Wolf's court case into Florida with Judge Cannon. Cannon is going to go bye-bye too. Aunt B says, I'm late, so I don't know if y'all saw this, but nurses are calling out January 30th to honor the VA nurse who's murdered. Good. Richleen, I'm not the smartest person, but it's common sense and thankful for my spirit guides. Me too. I think my spirit guides question their decision to be my spirit guides most of the time. Yes, Post, not Kellogg. Okay. And Staffy, you are a warrior. Your heart hurts because you have a heart so wide. Yes, yep. That's what I love about this community. We all stick together. We all, this is great because we're all together. We hang in there. We may not get to see each other in person, at least not yet. I would love to put on an event someday where we all can get together and meet, or be a part of somebody's event where we can get together and meet. I've done them before, and they're fun. They're a ton of work and a ton of time and very expensive, and all of the things. But I think it would be great to be. I would love to do another one. Maureen says my spirit guides are drunk. That might be my problem. I just got spanked. Because in my head, I'm thinking, oh, mine's Irish, so probably. And they're like, whap. Yeah, we're all heartbroken. Chinese New Year, February 17th. One astrology for the year, yes. Come to Puerto Vallarta. Oh, Karina, yeah, would love to. I've never been. Do you know I've never been anywhere in south of the border? I've never. Well, I went to the Bahamas once, but that's not like Puerto Vallarta or Mexico or any of that. But yeah, I would love to go have me some good margaritas. You read 22 people in a psychic fair once. Wow. Okay. All right, gang. Well, that was the reading for the week. Didn't do a lot of personal questions, but some weeks are like that. Tomorrow there is a members live. We'll probably work on answering more questions for people, but please, I am scheduling for private readings. So if you would like a private reading, please email me and we can set that up. Would love to do that. Also, thank you so much. If you choose to support the channel or myself, links are in the description to Venmo and Amazon and all that. So thank you so much if you choose to support that way. And if you hype the video, that helps the algorithm. But like, share, subscribe, membership, all of the things. I just thank you all very, very much for everybody's support and community. And together, we will make it through this. We will get better. Please believe in that. Hang in there. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you, artist. I appreciate that. Let me show everybody. Yay. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, stay safe. Remember, super soakers, leaf blowers, mosh pits. Just saying. Okay. Hang in there. We'll see a lot of you tomorrow. Meanwhile, yeah, that's the sentiment. All right. We'll see you guys. See you tomorrow. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern for members only. Bye.